Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. Do we have any plugs this week, guys, for the day after Valentine's Day?
Aw, happy Valentine's Day, y'all. We love you. Thank you for tuning in with us.
Yes.
Cheap chocolate day.
Yes, Cheap Chocolate Day.
The best kind of day.
Yes. I'll say as usual, we have the Patreon and we have the Redbubble. If you want to support us in one way or another, Redbubble, you can get some merch with at least the logo on it. If we haven't gotten more on there at this point, the Patreon has stat blocks and various things for bits and pieces of mechanics that I have built for the campaign, and in future we'll have stuff that I have built for like previous campaigns or world building or whatever. And the only other thing that I can think of is there is a show coming up because that I am involved in, because things are reasonably quietening down on the chaos front, and people can kind of do things outside at least. So we have this year's Shakespeare in the Gardens, presuming things haven't gotten worse again between the time of recording and the time of release, where I am going to be portraying Shylock in The Merchant of Venice. So,
Ooh!
yes, so that will be in the Aubrey Botanic Gardens in end of February, start of March. So just 2 weekends of shows. If you're interested in coming to see it, come see it. I'll try to remember to have links down in the description for where you can get tickets. Anyway, is there anything else people would like to plug before we get started?
Don't think so.
Okay, then
Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah. Then, without any further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos.
How long have we got left,
And
Darby?
we're back.
Not that long.
Yep.
So, where we last left off, the party continued their downtime, and among other things, Ross and Anya ended up heading back to Karas for a brief trip to update the Concorde on some things, and as well as pick up Rook. They have yet to pick up Rook, but are in the process of updating the Concorde. I believe Ross had literally just started when we left, and was speaking to Drakkar. Yes. So,
So I believe, like, the last sentence Ross said was that Zorthram Tathara is not coming after us as individuals, but is coming for our plane of existence.
okay. Interesting.
Yes.
What What do you know of their efforts? Do you know how far along in their plans they are?
I do not know the macro sense of their plans. I neither know where they are at this current stage, but I do know that we as a party have done what we can to prevent them from getting any further. I can give you a rundown of what I have learned in this time since I've been gone, if you need.
If you can, that would be helpful.
Yes. Anya's passive perception is crazy high, so she would definitely see that Ross kind of stands a lot straighter, looks a bit more professional around Drakkar.
All right.
So Ross kind of stands up, and she's also kind of gesticulating to the prophecy that Drakkar is holding.
Anya sort of also, like, upon seeing that, makes herself very rigid, I guess. Stands up a little bit straighter and looks intimidating without the intent of intimidation, just like she means business.
When I first left with the party, it was initially just to see what the convocation were planning, as the convocation have been up to something, as you and I well know. And it seemed pertinent to go with a party that work for the convocation. That is where I found out about the prophecy, which, of course, does not bode particularly well for anyone involved. From there, we also managed to pick up a local fighter to help us in our endeavors from a local family. We managed to kill the captain of Blade whilst in Durham. They possessed a sword and a dragon made of many shadows, and it was a formidable fight. We also believe we might have seen one of the other captains. I attempted to interrogate them, but it didn't go particularly well. Although I do know from reading their minds that what they were thinking was that they need more time and they need more knowledge. I don't assume that Zorthram Tathara is giving these captains everything they need at once and is instead handing them bits of information as they go along in order to keep them on his side. We do have a lead on a third captain, but one that does not want to be a part of this prophecy anymore. We have been doing our best to keep them safe in this time. We traveled to Deosil in order to help them sever part of their ties with Zorthram Tathara, which we believe was successful, although there we found that there was Githyanki on red dragons from a different plane of existence. We believe that might have been Zorthram Tathara ripping through the fabric of reality and setting them free. Apparently this has happened in at least one situation before, which again is not fantastic. And then whilst in Deosil, we were staying at a tavern hoping to see if any other captains would be there. One of our party members was scoping out a separate tavern for us to stay in so that we don't leave a long paper trail behind, and they were unfortunately attacked by, we believe, the captain of Trinket, although we were able to dispatch of them as well. And retcon, I'm going to assume Neumann gave the trinket back to Ross before she left, because she probably asked him for it. So she's going to procure the trinket, the medallion, and give it to Drakkar. We are currently remaining in Deosil in order to rally our resources and maintain ourselves for a brief while and try to keep a low profile there. We do believe that the fourth captain is probably back in Durham. However, this does mean that being in Deosil is probably the safest place for us to be at the moment, as they are aware that we have the fourth unwilling captain with us. If we can keep that captain safe for as long as we can, they do not want to fulfill this prophecy, meaning we can find a way to end this more permanently so that they don't have to carry this for the rest of their lives. My concern, and part of why I raised this with you, is that from what we know from when we went into the governor's tower, when the wizards had all those rooms that access different planes, the Shadowfell room was empty. At the time, we didn't think much of it, simply because there were other rooms that were empty as well. I simply assumed they hadn't filled it yet, or completed the connection. But knowing now that the Shadowfell has been missing because Zorthram Tathara is coming, there is every possibility the Wizards of the Ruins know. And that they, if given the chance, will either aid them in their attempts to come here, or if they break through the planes and come here themselves, the Wizards will not make it easy to defeat them. We are hoping to eliminate the third captain and keep the fourth one safe. And I do believe personally that the part of the prophecy that mentions the eclipsed sun is important. The closer we get to any kind of eclipsed sun is going to be the closer we get to the fourth captain being in danger.
I will warn you against any significant delays, simply because in my experience, what little I have in the matter, prophecies do have a way of making sure that they are fulfilled. As for the way of the plains, what I do not have the vast array of experience with the plains that many of my kin do. I was one of the generation already who was born here in Karas. Even though many of much of my family were brought here from the Astral Sea, I cannot tell you much about the way of the Great Wheel beyond that.
Mm.
But I do caution you against anything too risky as far as dragging things out.
We are mostly just recovering from wounds, and the fourth captain has been. We've been helping them in the wake of severing the majority of their ties to Zorthram Tathara, and helping them stay as healthy and as safe as they can.
Of course. It's at that moment that Anya, you hear the sounds of hasty footsteps, as if someone running in panic is coming through.
Oh no.
Anya sort of perks up. She tilts her head a little bit and she's like, something is wrong. Someone is coming.
And the three of you look, I imagine, towards the entryway, and you see a familiar face. Rook.
There you are.
Yes, we left a note. Hello.
Oh, I was worried about where you'd gotten to.
Anya, she kind of, she looks a little bit torn because of the agent there, I guess. And she kind of, she looks really awkward, like she wants to go over, but she's also keeping this sort of ruse of professionalism. So she's like, Rook, it is good to see that you are well. Are we? And she sort of turns to sorry, had a complete moment there. She turns to Ross and she's like, Are we nearly done here? Glancing at the other fellow.
Drakar and I can continue talking if you and Rook want to go outside.
Yes. She looks to Rook and she's like, yes. Is that?
May I ask what the haste was about?
I was not worried about these folks. When they didn't turn up, I expected the worst. It's been dangerous around these parts lately.
Anya, you do hear there are some more figures outside, making a hasty way towards this area.
She steps up to Rook and she grabs Rook's forearm gently and she's like, "Were you followed? Were there others with you?"
I might not have been careful enough. I'm apparently not good enough at this. I think there might be some people out here who are preparing to attack.
She pulls out her rapier and she just nods at Rook and she's like, "No, this is fine. This is okay. We will take care of it."
And it is at this point that you see a figure in red red draped half plate in the colors and design that Rook and Ross you would both recognize as a commander of the High Guard of the Wizards of the Ruins. And they are flanked by about a dozen different figures. Ross, that's probably not the most notable thing about this figure to you. The most notable thing about this figure is that you recognize them. This is a man you knew as Samuel Visk.
Fuck you, I knew you were gonna do this. As soon as she heard the footsteps and realized something was happening, she kind of she pulled out her tambourine and turned, and as soon as she sees him, she just freezes. Sam?
Roll me an insight check.
That's a nat 19. So that makes it a 22.
Okay. So, you do notice there is kind of a wavering look on his face upon seeing you. And his voice catches as he gives the following command. Get the prisoner. Take care of the old gith.
Sam? Detect thoughts.
Okay.
What's he thinking?
Okay. So read the description of detect thoughts, and then everyone roll for initiative.
Where is it? Where is my spell that I loved? Okay. It's a second. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell as your action on each turn until your spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature within 30 feet of you. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. As an action, I can go to probe deeper, which is when they have to make a wisdom save of 21.
Okay. So
I knew he was gonna be. Oh God. God's above.
so the surface thoughts are along the lines of, shit, this is gonna ruin everything.
Okay.
You're for us.
Well, that's his thoughts. So Rook, Anya, and Ross, can I get initiative scores for you?
15.
15,
17.
17.
Oh well, 8.
Oh.
That's your advantage.
Okay, so Drakkar won initiative.
Hey.
So he is going to start with. Is that going to be what he starts with? Your aura. Yeah, so he's going to start by casting. I've lost it. Crusader's Mantle. So, holy power radiates from him in an aura with a 30-foot radius, awakening boldness in friendly creatures. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with him, centered on him. While in the aura, each non-hostile creature in the area, including himself, deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage when it hits with a weapon attack.
Nice. Oh, the weapon attack.
Alright.
Okay.
And that is an action, so
Wait, you're interrupting
he's
my screen.
gonna just take out his sword and be ready. Alright, next is Ross.
Oh, God. Okay. Sam. Don't do this. How many people are flanked on either side of him?
There are a dozen, all told, so 6 on either side.
Okay, are they like in a doorway? What's the
There's kind of a V formation.
Okay. Oh, God's above. What do I have? That's... Oh! I'm so sorry, y'all. I was not prepared.
You can choose to just pass your go if you think Ross is that in shock that she doesn't know what to do.
She's gonna probe deeper in his mind.
Okay, what is the DC?
21 wisdom.
21, alright. 21 wisdom.
And I'm guessing for the... How close is he to her?
Probably about 20 feet away.
She walks 10 feet closer.
Alright. Oh, that is a nat 1.
What are you thinking, Sam, baby? What you thinking? What's happening?
Okay, so what does it describe as probing deeper?
Oh, God. Let me go all the way back. If you probe deeper, if it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay.
The target knows you're probing their mind, unless you switch to another creature.
Okay, they know you're... So Sam is going to use that to his advantage if he knows that you're probing his mind. And he's going to direct his thoughts to say, I can't... There's no time to explain. This is what I've been assigned to do. Be wary of the Ganassi.
Sam.
And I believe that is your go.
That's my go.
Anya.
I'm 10 feet closer to him.
Anya, it is your go.
So Anya, she's got her passive perception, which is 30. She's also got a passive insight of 25. And Ross has twice said this person's name. So she, taking all of this in and looking around the room, she looks really She looks really hard done by. She's like, oh, fuck. Okay. I'm really sorry for this. And she casts Crown of Madness on him. So can he please make a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Oof. I am rolling terribly for him. That is a 2, so that becomes a 7, which is still a failure.
Yeah, well, a 7's not a 20.
Yeah.
So, and she commands him, I guess, to attack the closest enemy fellow
All
with
right.
him.
All right.
So basically, what happens is Anya stretches out a hand, and that dark sort of power crackles at her fingertips, and the scars around her eyes start to glow. And as she does this, Sam's eyes glow the same red, and a crown of thorns grows around his head, and he's still himself, but he can't do anything. Like, he can't.
Yeah, on his turn, he takes his action to attack your choice of target.
So he still has his own thoughts, but his body is out of his control.
Okay. Yeah. Is that all?
I
found this on the web.
Siri, I didn't ask for you. I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all she's gonna do.
His go. Yeah, so he's gonna attack a knight, one of the knights to his side. Something you would pick up with your passive insight. And Ross, what is your passive insight, Ross?
My passive insight's 13.
13. Okay. So,
But I'm paying a lot of attention to Sam.
yeah, I and the fact that you have the detect thoughts still going, because it is concentration, is it not? Mm-hmm. So the two of you would pick up that, like, he's actually not struggling against the Crown of Madness at all. As he goes to strike at the soldier next to him, hitting and dealing a decent amount of damage, and then he's going to attack again because he has multi-attack, and that's also going to hit, and that takes out that soldier.
Nice. So they're not very strong because they're wizards. Cool.
Can I just use like a free speaking action to direct to Rook and to the other fellow, Drakar?
Yes.
Drakar. She's just like, don't attack the one Ross knows, Sam. I have control, and we can ask him after. We can question him.
All
Gain
right,
insight.
I'm on it.
All right. Rook, it is your go.
Her hands are still crackling, and she's still sort of
Okay,
concentrating
I'm
on
going
it.
to utilize something I haven't done a whole heap of. Rook's going to face, like, I guess everyone but this one charmed person and be like, come on, folks. I know I messed up, and this is... I caused trouble for you folks, but you don't go... Come on, just fight me one-on-one. Don't go attacking all these folks. I can take you. I'm going to try to intimidate.
All right, roll me an intimidation check.
I miss Rook so much.
That's an 18.
18. Noted. Okay.
And then I guess I'll just, I guess that's my action.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know. I'll just
Sam-
stand in front of...
Sam does get another wisdom save at the end of his
Oh,
turn against
yeah,
the Crown of
probably.
Madness. That's still not enough. Yeah, so your words seem to have had some effect on them.
Okay.
All right, and it is their collective turn.
One go. For many boys.
Yes. So I think, did they get 1 or 2 attacks each? They get 2 attacks each. So, just gonna expedite this by rolling. There's still 9. No, there's still 11 of them. So, between 4 targets. So,
I forgot how many a dozen is.
So did I.
So there's yeah.
Really?
So there's going to be 4 attacking Drakkar, 4 attacking 3 attacking Drakkar, 3 attacking Anya, 3 attacking Ross, 2 attacking Rook.
Is this a spell or is it a physical attack?
This is physical attacks.
Okay.
Um,
Well, not much a sparkly bitch can do about that one.
So, Rook, what is your AC?
18.
18. So that's 1, 2. So 2 of those hit. For yeah. So 2 of those hit for a total of 18 damage. Oh no, that wouldn't be
Okay.
Rook, because that was because that was actually I'll have 2 attacking Ross then. So
Okay.
yeah, so 18 damage.
What are they
to Rook.
attacking with?
Great
What's-
swords. Anya, what is your AC, please?
19.
19. So only 1 hits. Only 1
Uncanny
sword.
dodge.
Uncanny dodge. So that is 9 halved to 4. So 2 for Ross.
Shield.
Shield. Okay, what does that bring your AC up to?
I don't know. What does it add?
It adds 5.
Oh, that takes my armor class up to 20.
Okay, so that so 2 of those hit.
Okay. How long does shield last? Is it just the
Until
one?
your next turn.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Right, so
so
how much damage? Hit me with your great swords.
15.
Okay.
And then against Drakkar, 1, 2, 3. What is Drakkar's AC? Is it? Okay, so 3 of those hit Drakkar.
Poor Drakkar.
10, 18, 21, 24. Alright, so that is all the knights goes.
And we move.
Alright, back to the top of initiative. It is Drakkar's go. Drakkar is going to multi-attack with his sword. How many attacks does he get? 2 melee attacks. Alright, so
Drakkar.
one of those hits, one of those misses. So he does 10 damage to one of these guys. They're still standing. Alright. Next is Ross.
Okay, well, seeing Anya kind of take control of the Sam situation and also knowing in her head that he's not fighting it and therefore, you know, something's up in this particular situation, she is going to drop Detect Thoughts. And instead is going to... I'm going to use a new one. I'm going to use one the Concord gave me. I'm going to just... One of the ones that attacked Drakkar, Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, so that is...
At a second level, which will make it 4d6 of damage,
Yeah.
which is all psychic.
So that is... So at one of the knights, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they will not save.
Yep. So what they're going to hear, because dissonant whispers can just be anything. It just gets all distorted in between the speaking and the hearing. It's she's kind of flustered and she kind of doesn't really know what's going on. So, well, she knows what's going on, but she just whispers, it's going to be like an insult from Hamlet. I can't think of one off the top of my head because I'm a fake theater kid, but she's,
Anya on deck.
yeah, it's gonna be something like, the power of beauty would sooner transform honesty from what it is to a board than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. But by the time it gets to them, it's all distorted, and they're gonna take 14 points of damage
All right.
from a theater kid. Same.
All right. Next is Anya.
So Anya is using her action to maintain control of Sam.
All right. All right. Sam's go. So he's going to make an attack against the guy beside him. Yep, those are both high enough to hit, and he takes out another one of the knights.
Oh, he can do a lot of damage in one go. Oh boy. I'm really glad Anya's controlling him right now.
All right. All right. And he gets a wisdom save. And that will break it, because that's 24.
It's alright, she's still got another spell slot.
Okay. Rook, your go.
Ross has the same spell.
Okay, I guess Rook will now go into a rage, and then she will charge. I guess seeing the Sam guy, D, Thorn. Yeah, okay. I can't remember if Anya specifically said.
Can Tanya use a free action, like a talk action?
Yeah.
If she'd see Rook going to do this, she's got a insane passive perception. It's like, no, it's okay. I can get him. I can do it again. Just the others. The others are more important.
Oh, all right. So Rook will be basically charging right at this guy, and then just veer path to another person and swing to hit.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is a 14.
That misses.
Okay, I will roll to hit again. That is a 17.
Also misses.
Oh, Jesus. Apologies. I will stand there threateningly.
Okay. Yeah. Knights goes. So, there are 2 by Rook now, 2 by Ross, 3 by Anya, 3 by Drakkar. Only 1 will roll high enough to hit Rook. So that is 10 points of slashing damage. So Ross, there's a natural 20 in that mix.
Of course there is.
And what's your
There
AC?
always
It's
is.
15. So
15 because shield's done.
yeah, so 3 will hit all told. But one of
Is
them.
one of them the nat 20?
Okay.
Yeah. No, duh.
Yeah. So
I forgot how this game works that we play.
15, 25, 30. So 36 points of damage all up.
Okay, she is going to make a big deal about getting hit.
As you would.
Yeah, but almost a slightly bigger deal than normal.
3 will miss, 3 will hit.
Wait, what?
Wait, are there 6 attacking Anya?
The 6 attacking?
No, they get multi-attack.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I just had a mild stroke. Uncanny dodge for one of them. Whatever hurt the most.
So, the uncanny dodge one will be... So, 11 halved to 5. And the other 2 combined are... 14.
So 5 plus 14?
Yeah. And
Cool.
then 3 attacking Drakkar. There are some highs, there are some lows. I think only one of those hits though. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage to Drakkar. Alright. Then we are back to Drakkar's go. He is going to...
Come on, boss. Hit him.
He is going to cast... He's seeing how much you were damaged in that last turn, Ross. He's going to cast Healing Word at a 4th level.
Why does everyone else always do that? Use your spells for you. Damn it. Okay, how many points do I heal? I'm not ungrateful.
14 points of healing.
Thank you, boss. I'll get you a good Kris Kringle.
Alright. Ross, it is your go.
Okay, so she isn't going to respond to getting healed, but she has just made a big deal out of getting hit with the sword. Like, not too much of a big deal, but she's definitely made a big deal. And she wants to see Sam's reaction now that he's not being controlled to her getting hurt. So it's this
Okay.
What's his
Roll
response?
me an insight check.
Yeah. Bad. 6.
Hard to read.
Out
Okay.
of curiosity, with Anya's passive insight, would she have been able to read his reaction?
There is a brief look of concern.
Okay.
Cool.
And then she's going to just quietly pick another one of, like, just the one she hit with, one of the ones attacking Drakkar, the one that looks the most hit by anything Drakkar has done. 3rd level heat. Are they wearing armor?
Yes.
3rd level heat metal.
Alright. How much damage does that do?
3d8.
Alright. Roll the damage, please.
18.
18. Nice. Okay. They're looking pretty shaky. But they're still standing.
Cool. All right. I guess as a beacon bonus action, gonna be like, Sam, you don't have to do this.
Alright. Anya,
You really don't.
it is your go.
Anya, having just been hit, she kind of pushes back against the blow. But she ignores the people attacking her and she raises her arm back up and she's like, Sam, I don't know who you are, but don't fight this. I know you don't want to, so give in. And she casts Crown of Madness again.
He is this time going to counterspell. So
Can you
see-
counterspell a counterspell?
You can if you want to use your reaction.
I will.
Okay. So he has to roll. Yeah, he just used it at basic level, so he's gonna have to roll his wisdom save against the Crown of Madness then. That time it was an 18, so it still is a failure. All right.
Cool. That's her go.
Okay. So his go.
And she throws Ross an approving nod in like a very mentor sort of way of like a good work, kid.
All right. So he's gonna make 2 attacks against one of his allies, and that'll be his go. And those both hit. Those both take them down.
Nice.
God, I'm so delighted we have someone in our party that has counter spells.
And then he gets
Well,
tried to
we've
save.
got 2. It's just only one of us is here.
That is just saves 20.
Sam?
Rook, it is your go.
Okay, I guess I'll keep trying to hit this person.
All right. Roll to hit.
So that is a 18 to hit.
That misses.
Jesus. Okay, alright, I'm gonna do it. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
There we go. Alright, so that is 12 damage plus 3. 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. Now, does Crown of Madness end if they're attacked by...
Oh, I wasn't attacking him.
Who were you attacking?
Unless it got in the way. I don't know, whoever.
Are you just attacking a random soldier?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Oh, no, he saved from Crown of Madness anyway. Yeah. Alright, so, soldiers goes. Starting with the 3 against Drakkar, and then each of you have 2 against you still. So that is 2 will hit for a grand total of that's some high rolls. 15.
I don't enjoy this.
So 21 points of damage. Then the 2 against Rook. One of those will hit with the 19.
Okay.
So that will be 11 points of damage.
What kind of damage is it actually?
Just slashing.
So was that halved?
Are you raging?
Yeah.
Okay, then it would be.
She's been raging most of this time.
Okay.
Every little bit.
Alright. Next is Ross. You're the ones attacking you. 3 of those will hit.
It makes sense. She's not really at her peak here.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 20 points of damage.
Uh-huh. Baller.
And the 2 against Anya. And 2 will hit, I believe, because your AC is 19?
19, yeah.
Yeah, so one of them just hits, one of them hits handily, the other 2 miss.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
For one of them.
Okay, so...
Pick one.
So one of them is 12 halved to 6. And the other is 11.
Cool.
Alright. So that is the soldier's turns, and it is Drakkar's turn, who is going to see the state that Ross and Anya are in, and just say, "Get out if you can." And he's gonna cast. He is going to cast I think magic weapon on his weapon, and do an attack against people besides him, and both of those miss because those were shit rolls. Okay, Ross, it is your go.
We really should get out because there's a whole lot of them. I don't have a lot of Wait! Oh my god, I've just forgotten one of the things a bard is really good at. I'm gonna mass suggestion.
Okay.
All of them. So, except for Sam. All of them have to make a Wisdom 21 save.
Alright.
So,
Out of curiosity, Darby, how many are left?
There are 9 left, not including Sam. Okay, so...
I can influence up to 12, so that's
Okay,
fine.
1... I think that's it. I still need to roll for one more. Yeah, 1 saves. What is the suggestion?
Only 1?
Yeah.
Okay. My suggestion is, because it has to be up to 2 sentences, and reasonable.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be better if we took this fight outside?
Okay. Anya, is your go.
Cool. Ha ha.
So hopefully they should all start
Okay.
leaving on their turn.
Anya, she turns to Sam and she's like, Sam, I don't know you and you don't know me, but you clearly care for us, and I don't know what the situation is here, but I have seen her lying dead in an alley, and that will happen again here unless you stop fighting. Please. We can just talk about this. Stop fighting. And she's going to roll persuasion.
Alright. Yeah, roll persuasion.
I feel sick. Okay. Ha ha ha. Meh. That's a 28.
Okay.
If he fucking
You
doesn't.
see him look pained, but well, it's his go now. So you see him rush over to Drakkar and make 2 attacks. And
Can I cast shield on Drakkar?
no, shield is self only. And you see as these strikes go into Drakkar, they glow with some sort of light, not unlike Caius's smites. And you see Drakkar in the impact fall to the ground.
Ross screams. It's not pretty.
Alright. Rook, it is your go.
I guess she's gonna keep attacking, but beforehand she's gonna be like, what's the plan, everyone? We getting out of here, or and then just attack the person who she was attacking before.
Alright, roll to hit.
Okay, so that is a 30.
30. Okay, roll damage.
Alrighty, so that is I keep rolling low damage. 13 damage. And my second hit will be I forgot to add, okay. Is also a 30 to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
And that would be 11 damage plus my fire damage plus 6 damage, so 17 damage for the second hit.
Okay. Nice.
6 of which is
that
fire damage.
So that takes this one out.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Okay. It is the soldiers' turns. They are going to leave.
Thank you.
Each of you can make 1 attack of opportunity each as they leave.
I would like to do that, please.
Alright.
What kind of attack of opportunity can I even do?
Melee weapon.
Does that
Are we
include
somewhat
my...
together?
Reasonably, yes.
Who were you answering?
Like, as in the people who I'm hitting could be within 5 feet of an ally close together?
Yes.
Cool. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
Alright, so does this mean Ross could hit them with the sword, or is she just gonna punch?
She could hit them with the sword.
Whack 'em with a
The only
tambourine.
thing is, if you've got the Warcaster feat, then you can cast a spell, which you do not.
I do not. Why would I ever? Oh, would attack of opportunity mean they get a second save on mass suggestion?
I believe so, yes.
I'm not gonna take it.
Okay. Yeah, if you or
Soz.
any of your companions damage a creature affected by this spell, the spell ends for that creature.
Anya doesn't know better. I'm sorry.
For that one creature. Okay.
Um,
If Anya kills them, it's fine.
yeah, that's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. Sorry at this dude. Cool. Oh, that's fucking really low. I'm really sad about that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 6, so 20.
20.
Damage.
Okay. They are still standing, but they are pretty shaky. Rook probably technically could attack the same one with her
Okay.
opportunity.
Yeah, sure. Alrighty, let me see.
Murder lesbians, murdering
Nice.
women.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay, roll damage.
Let's see. So that is. Oh, yeah, true. We're teaming up on this. Oh. So 14 bludgeoning damage and 2 fire damage.
Yeah, that is enough to take them out. Alright.
Baller.
Alright, so that is 7 of them left, and they have all gone outside.
Where hopefully other members of the Concord are able to start punching them in the face.
It is Ross's go.
So is the one that didn't save the one that Anya and Rook just murdered?
Yes.
Okay, so pretty much all of them except Sam are still in the room.
Yeah.
None of them except me.
Oh, yeah, yep. Whoa. She is going to... Well, there's no attack of opportunity to be made, so she's going to run over to where Drakar and Sam are. She is going to physically, throw Sam out of the way. Pull a diamond out of her bag. Revivify right into Drakar's chest.
He's going to cast Counterspell.
Counterspell? No, I can't. Can I?
Have you used your reaction this... No,
Not this round, because I didn't take an attack of
because it's your
opportunity.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't take the...
He counterspells. Yeah, so...
I counterspell him.
Yeah, so...
So I guess for the visual, because this is probably quite cinematic, she pulls out this diamond and goes to put it in Drakar's chest, and Sam probably throws some magic at her, and she almost slashes at it with her tambourine. And as her hand hits Drakar's chest, she's gonna look at him and say, "Don't."
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Anya, you'll go as Drakar returns to life.
Anya looks very torn. I couldn't realistically do a persuasion and another action, could I?
No.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Shit.
Knock him unconscious. Do it.
Yeah, she's going to attempt to knock him out with the back of her rapier. Would that still count as a rapier attack?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Because otherwise, bad times. Okay, so that is a 23 to
That will hit.
Wonderful. Let's hope this boy is a soft boy and that Anya... He doesn't happen to be a dragon, does he?
No. No. No, human.
Come on, dice.
Painfully human.
Okay, better than the last one. So 10, 15, 20, 28, 28, 29, 30, 34 points of damage.
Okay. That's a hefty bit of damage, but he's still standing.
Fuck. She turns to Rook and she's like, we need him alive, so either bar the door or help me knock him unconscious.
All right. On it.
And that's the end of my go. Whoa.
Alright. It is his go.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking decimate me, I know. It's fine. We're fine.
He is going to...
I'm ready for death. I'm not. Please don't kill her.
He's going to Dimension Door out.
No.
With attack of opportunity?
No.
Do I get an...
Do
Would
you
I?
have the, do either of you have the
I
Mage
don't.
Slayer feat?
Maybe.
No.
Rook does, but
Can
she's
I
not
grab
close enough.
his-
Too far away.
Can I grab his arm and go with him?
Yeah, to be fair, he's doing this right in front of us. Anya would also grab him. Like she was on top of him.
I'm not even saying stop him. I'm saying go with him.
The two of you...
Anya would be trying to stop
Ross,
him.
Ross has higher initiative in this combat. Ross, roll me a dexterity check.
Please. Please, God. Just a dex check?
Yes.
So that's just my normal dex?
Yes.
23.
23. Okay. Rook and Anya, you see Sam cast this arcane sigil in the air and get drawn into it as he and Ross disappear. Meanwhile, back in Deosil, it is early morning, I believe, because
It's
no one
right
yeah.
It's right after Ross and
Yeah.
Anya left.
Bertie, you are aware that at this time of morning, your order is probably ready for pickup.
Oh, cool. So it was the next day?
Yes, because of time zones and all that jazz.
I just want to mention for the listeners, when after Bertie fished Kai's out of the pond, his the lake,
Yes.
his spell would have run out immediately, so they would have had to traipse all the way back to the tavern, just completely wet and muddy. So it's a fun little visual for you guys. Cool. All right. He'll excellent. He's probably just finished his watch. I imagine people are probably getting up, and he'll be like, "Cool, okay." Kind of tries to freshen himself up, and then he'll patter off to go and pick up his order from the jeweler.
Okay. Yeah, there's no fuss. The rings are all there for you. And
Awesome. Brooch.
yeah, and the brooch.
Fantastic.
Yes. Alright.
Cool, excellent, thanks, great job. Really, well, hang on. I mean, really great job. Thank you very much. Really good job. Let's not mention this. I've already paid you, so bye.
Of course.
He's happy. As he then shoots himself back into his normal self. And then he's going to hurry off, and I guess he's going to see what both Neumann and Caius are doing. He's specifically looking for Caius because it's Bertie, but that is what he's going to do.
Caius would probably be finishing the last couple of pages of his book, which, for anyone trying to read over Caius's shoulder, has fully morphed into an interactive picture book.
Incredible.
and that's just how he's been reading the vast majority of it. He's seeming like he's having a more fun time reading. And yeah, he's probably just finishing the last couple of pages.
That's good. How's Neumann going?
Neumann is actually having a really good morning.
Ooh.
Obviously, the room isn't as crowded as it usually is, so what he's actually done is he's taken up a little bit more space. He's actually pushed two of the beds together, and he's actually used them as like a double-sized bed, which is really good. He's probably not going to tell Bertie that he used Bertie's bed, but that's fine. He's also reading the last couple of books, but he also did go down and get some beverages and some food to take up with him, so he is in like full relaxation mode right now. He's really just hoping that everyone is having a really good morning this morning, especially like the ones that departed as well.
Yeah, hopefully they're having a fun holiday.
Yeah, he just feels it in his bones that they're just having a lovely time all catching up and stuff like that.
No one has told Caius that they're no longer in this continent, so he just assumes they're sleeping in. And that, yeah, he's just reveling in the silence of the morning.
That's fair.
You might hear an occasional slurp of coffee, like... But that's it. Apart from that, it's just blissful silence.
The door bursts open. Bert's like, "Hey guys, how you going?
Oh my morning.
God.
Isn't this a wonderful morning? Wow, gee. You guys haven't seen Rook or Anya or Ross yet?
Rook? Was Rook meant to come back with them?
Yeah, remember? Because that's when we're, gonna do the ring thing.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that is all done, by the way.
Oh my gosh, can I see?
Yeah, absolutely. So Neumann...
Caius, you should come check this out. And he kind of grabs him by the shoulder, like, come have a look.
Okay.
Actually, could you two put your hands out for me? Just your right hands or left hands, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah.
Caius closes his eyes and goes, right.
Okay. So Neumann is going to...
does that, matches the other hand to match whatever Caius is doing. Like, oh, yeah, that one.
Neumann is going to slip a bracelet. The green one onto Bertie, and he's going to slip the red one onto Caius. Onto Caius. And, he's going to go, ta-da! What do you think?
Looks very nice.
Neumann, you shouldn't have. Thank you. This is amazing.
Then Neumann is going to outstretch his hands. And is it possible for him to trigger that return mechanic?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to trigger that return mechanic, and both of the bracelets are just going to fly off your arms, back into Neumann's hands.
Oh.
And then he's going to do a bit of sleight of hand and just spin his hands around like that and spin them back. And whilst he did that, he actually triggered the mechanism for them to shrink down into rings.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then he's going to open his palm up again and just have them in between his two fingers. He goes, ta-da! What do you reckon?
Oh, wow!
That's very exciting.
So, Kais, I know you would probably love one of these, and maybe in the future I could make you some as well, but these ones here are actually for, and he leans in, looking both to the left to the right to make sure no one's listening. These are for Anya and Rook, as you can tell from the colours.
Yeah.
Right, yes, of course, the colours. Yes, no, I understand.
And he brings your attention to these shining gemstones as well, which Caius might, depending on how good his memory is, might recognise from the store with Braxton.
He does not.
Caius doesn't remember Braxton's name.
That's fair. Yeah, you did a good job with the gemstones.
Yeah, so I don't know when they'll be getting back.
Probably soon. Anya said, Catherine can't stay in touch, and, the less we have to talk to Catherine, the better, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, and plus it's, the time differences and everything, so yeah.
Yeah, that or maybe there's a time difference. Maybe they're just sleeping in or something like that.
Yeah. But that's amazing. Good job, Neumann. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, guys, it's because Anya and Rook, we think they like each other.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Anya sort of got
Shouldn't-
something commissioned. It was well, I like to think it was pretty obvious, and me and Birdie put our heads together, and sort of picked up on the hints, and then we ourselves decided to get them a little gift as well.
Yeah, that's it. I think, like, if you find someone that you really care about, and, like, that makes you happy, especially when stuff's going bad, and then, like, even someone like Anya, and especially Rook, if they might like each other, that might make them happier. And, yeah, Neumann came up with this great little bracelet idea.
They look lovely. I'm sure they will both like them very much.
If you guys want, did you want to have a close look?
Yeah?
Sure.
All right. So Neumann is just going to put them into one of each of your hands. Kaius, you have the red one. Birdie, you have the green one.
Okay.
Huh. It is very nice. You did a good job, Neumann.
I'll
I think
admit-
Anya's absolutely going to love this.
Yeah, she definitely will, I think, yes. No, yeah, it's a beautiful red ring, yes. It's beautiful. Good job, Neumann. Wow.
I mean,
feel
look,
so happy for him.
It was mainly your idea, so I mean, I'm not going to take all of the credit.
Well, gosh.
And you did provide the gemstones as well, which
Yeah, it was
that's
fun
sort
for
of
my
the
wallet.
centerpiece. And I was just thinking that little returning function there. Hopefully, that way they don't lose them.
Yeah, it's kind of like, they'll return to each other, like, because they trust each other,
I like it.
I like it.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Well, very good, Neumann.
I'm just thinking, should we not give it to them straight away? Should we give it to straight away? I don't know.
Should probably gauge to see how it's all going, and then think of the best time to do it. I don't know.
What do you think, Kaius?
You've probably got more experience, Kaius. You've been in a relationship for longer than me.
Well, yes, but I will be perfectly honest, it hasn't been for a while. But I'm sure if you have a gift for them, why would you wait? Just give it.
Well, I guess the gift... Well, actually, no. This actually... I think Kaius has a point, actually.
Of course I do.
Because they can be turned into bracelets, don't forget. Which was the whole idea of if something did go wrong, then there could be friendship bracelets instead of rings.
Yeah.
Unless they've had a complete falling out, which I highly doubt.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, well, they seemed to get along last time. Kaius, when they left, you weren't there. This was kind of like when all the horrible stuff was happening, but like when they left before, Rook even kissed Anya's hand. I think that's definitely a good indication that she might like Anya as well.
Oh. I think, yes.
So romantic. Yeah, I think that'd be a really good idea. Well, hopefully, we'll find out. We'll get a heads up, and then we'll be able to plan something. Actually, and I just thought of something. Actually, Kaius, I wanted to talk to you about something. Just out of this room. Is that okay now? Are you guys still reading?
Yes, no, that's fine. I've only got a couple more pages to go, so it should be. Yes, that's fine. I can sort that out later.
Good. It's not. Don't worry, Neumann. It's not like a, me keeping secrets from you kind of thing. It's just I wanted to have a quick chat with Kaius 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's fun. I trust you.
Cool. You should plan a really cool way of giving them the friendship bracelets. Maybe, here's my little idea. Maybe you could even like give them the bracelets and then we could tell each of them, hey, guess what? It kind of actually turns into a ring. You would just like accidentally make that feature, and then they can decide to change it. When like they feel that, you know, it's mutual.
Should we give it to them individually without the other one knowing?
It might work.
And then they'll find out that they both have the rings and the bracelets when they talk to each other.
It's true. We could like make up some kind of bullshit, like, oh yeah, it's like destined, you know, if like you really like are destined to be together with this person, you know, like you'll just get this ring from a cool guy like Neumann, and then you know.
I love it. We're
doing it. Takes some workshopping, but you know, I'm sure it'll be fine.
How's Caius doing through all this?
So Caius is very confused. Maybe like halfway through that conversation, he's starting to piece together what's happening. And he's gone from being genuinely like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing, to, are we going about this the right way? And now he's just sort of thinking to himself. But he's like squinting really hard because it's difficult for him.
Look, me as a player, to answer your question that you didn't ask, is are we doing this the right way? Probably, absolutely not. But is anything Bertie and Neumann do together not chaotic? I don't think so. It is always chaotic.
When combined, we have smooth brain energy. So it's,
yes.
Newman's brains and Bertie's lack of brains just combined into this horrible thing.
All right. Well, I'll take those rings back. I might give them a bit of a shine, and I'll see if I can come up with anything else. But
actually, we could probably go like down to the orchard, Caius, and do a bit of training or something. And Newman, when you're done with that, maybe you could join us.
Yeah, that's all right. I think I might just stay here.
Cool stuff.
I'm very close to finishing this book, and you will not believe what Stacy did. It is absolutely disgusting.
Oh my god, you have to tell me more later, Neumann.
It is basically the ultimate betrayal. It is, I don't know how they can follow up with this. If they've made a third book, I'd be very surprised.
I guess we'll find out. Cool. Well, you enjoyed that, Caius. Let's go to the orchard.
Okay.
Cool.
And Neumann just and Neumann stays back and reads his book.
Okay.
Excellent. We totally. But he bounces down to the orchard, towing Caius along if he has to. Cool.
Caius is in armor, but like at the prospect of going down to do training, he's grabbed like his sword and his shield, and he's like going like this. His sword is unsheathed, and he's ready to go.
He's like in puppy mode. He's like, oh,
absolutely.
Yes. Comparatively, but he's very chipper, but he's like made himself a lot more small, which he tends to do as the ears are flicked back. Gets to the orchard, and he's like, cool. Okay, now we should definitely do some training, but okay. Well, I guess quick. I have a quick talky thing first, if that's okay.
Oh, okay. And he sort of sheaths his sword, and his shoulders kind of go down a little bit, but he's still like listening.
I guess this is kind of related to the same thing. I didn't get the chance to talk yesterday because that was crazy. But yeah, well, first point of order. Yesterday, when I was being weird before, I was like, hey, guys, do you want to come to brunch in front of Neumann? And then you asked me if I was okay, and I said I was. You were right, I wasn't okay. So, just wanted to let you know, because I know it's kind of hypocritical, me constantly asking you to tell me if you feel bad so I can help when I don't tell you because I don't want you to be bothered. So I have to start being better at that. So, yeah, point of order, like yesterday, I wanted to ask you again about helping with Ravenna, and that's good if you don't want to but I didn't want Neumann to know, because at the time I didn't know that you wanted to tell everyone, and also I was feeling bad about everything that happened yesterday, and I get bad a lot sometimes, like I'm in a winter mood again, and I've been worse lately, so sorry about that, but I had a lot of fun yesterday. I thought that was really great, and I don't think I'd laughed as good and proper in a really long time, apart from that time your sister mind controlled me, I guess. So I wanted to say thank you for asking yesterday, and sorry for saying the opposite most of the time with that kind of stuff. So there's that. Okay, and, well, the reason I didn't want to talk to Neumann is because I, have a present for you. It's not a cool bracelet, like Neumann's. But I got two presents, technically. Do you want the serious present first, or the dumb present first?
Oh, I mean, if there's a choice, the dumb one.
Absolutely. Okay. So, okay. He kind of like fumbles through his pockets, and he pulls out like a little box. He's like, okay, well, this is kind of silly, but I thought it'd look nice, and more importantly, I thought it'd be fun because it reminded me of back when we were on the airship, when I know we weren't really friends at that point much, but after the fight then, you were pretty good pals with Rook, so hopefully she'll come along soon. Things will be even more swell. But you two were cheering and having a good time after after you stopped the air elemental, that Elder Tempest thingo. That was a good time for you, I assume?
I mean, you know, no one died. And
Yeah.
I got to fly through a tornado that was trying to kill us all. That was very fun.
Good! Well, it was before the Navora stuff. So I've been trying to think real hard, and I figured you might like this too. It's not amazing, but I thought it might remind you of some better stuff and like doing cool stuff. I hope I'm not a good judge of what makes you happy at all. I think the belt thing is pretty obvious example. But here.
He's gonna take this box, and as he does, he goes, I mean, really, the belt did make me very happy. It's, you know, just the, well, there were, you know, things happened and everything was fine, but now and then it wasn't, and then it was, but now I have a cool belt which makes me do this even better. And I just like try and punch the ground and make like as thick an indent as I can.
Birdie goes beet red the second you do this. It's like, oh.
Look, that's so much deeper than I could before.
It's very deep, yes.
It's like almost, and I like stick a finger in it, and it's like, it's almost like half a knuckle deeper. It's so good.
Oh no! Yeah, it's a really good job. Oh boy, what was Neumann's resume again? Okay, cool, done. All right, very good job there, guys. Please open the box.
Okay. And I'm going to just wipe the dirt off and open up the box.
Okay.
What is the box?
So in the
Is it
box,
a pretty box?
it is. I don't know. Brady would have picked something kind of like ostentatious, probably like some horrible, like silvery purple kind of like something very fancy looking. And inside the box is like quite an ornate little brooch. So it's like quite. He would have like, because he got this enchanted, so it wasn't like a custom made piece. He would have picked something that was like quite ornate sort of gold framing, and then like sort of a blue gemstone of some description, and I can't remember how much you paid for it. So whatever was the equivalent of that, something that looks nice, a nice blue rock. So it's blue and gold, and it, I imagine it's probably got some degree of weight to it.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
fairly hefty.
Yeah. It's like, it's a brooch, like for your cloak and stuff.
I love it.
I'm glad. Well, sorry, I'm excited. So, turn the middle part of it.
Okay, and I turn the middle part of a
It
brooch,
kind of like flinches for a moment, like,
trying not to break it.
And Flight of the Valkyries starts playing.
Oh my god. Sorry, this is the best present that Mitch has ever. Caius is going to... He's going to stop and he's going to flinch instinctively as this music comes out. And then he's going to think and he's going to listen to it. And then a very slow smile is going to start to creep across his face and like build into his whole face.
And we're going to jump back to Karas briefly. With Ross and Sam.
Are we out of initiative? Where'd we
Technically,
go?
yes. So,
Okay. 1, where'd we go? And 2, Darby, you never explained what Sam looks like.
Okay, so, what would you like to explain? Because you have a much clearer vision of him than I. As far as his face. And I can describe his outfit.
I would love to explain Sam to you all. So, one question, Darby, has he grown his hair out?
Slightly.
Okay. So, Sam, I'm trying to take this seriously and not just read his Tinder bio. So, he would be, he'd only be a little bit shorter than Anya. He would be... When Ross knew him, I don't know how much has changed. The armor and the cape probably hide a bit of it, but he was quite a wiry, very, a theater kid. He was definitely more muscular than Ross, but not by a lot. He has really curly, dark brown hair, which, as Darby said, has probably grown out a little bit, so it will probably be just a little... Yeah, just like a long short back and sides, like a grown out kind of thing. He's got dark-ish skin, really big dark brown eyes. He'd have dark facial hair. When he speaks, it's quite a deep voice. And Ross would remember him as a very shy, very timid guy, especially for a bard. So that's
So
high cheekbones, strong jaw.
I rolled a 9 for attractiveness.
Oh, he's very handsome.
So
He's very handsome.
the armor he is wearing is very much covered. You can see bits and pieces of the armor showing through, but a lot of it is draped in the dark red tunics that you would recognize as the livery of a commander here in Karas. Though what armor you can see is in a gold. He's wearing probably slightly more ostentatious boots than would typically be worn by most commanders, and his gauntlets are somewhat mismatched, with a shield over his left hand, which actually is gloved, whereas his right sword hand is not gloved. He is still wearing like his signature, I guess, scarf around his neck too.
Oh, you added the scarf?
And
So it would be one she remembers from college.
yeah,
Cool.
and he says to like, he looks at you with concern in his eyes and says, you're ruining the plan. You're ruining your...
What plan? Because I'm sorry about that, Sam, but I wasn't the one who left for 4 years, was I?
No. I don't have the time to explain it now. They're going to be wondering...
Yes, I think you do.
They are going to be wondering where I am, and if they start wondering that, then all I have worked for will be for naught.
Well, I think you'll find it kind of hard for me to appreciate that right now, Sam. You kind of killed my boss.
Under his orders. And that's
What?
where we're going to leave it for this week.
What?
Steve.
So, if you would also like to write a write-in hate complaint against Darby, you can find us at Wyverns and Weirdos or at Wyverns Weirdos. Join our Patreon if you want access to our exclusive Discord, where you can hurl abuse at Darby directly. And you know what? If you go to our Redbubble and you buy us the merch, it will push even closer to us being able to fund commissioning one of our lovely artists who are part of the team for some anti-Darby merch. So links are all in the description.
Oh.
And as always,
Thank-
sorry for listening.
Sorry for
Thanks.
listening.
Amazing.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you very
Have a good one,
much.
everyone.
Goodbye.
No! I didn't read the words when you showed on your no, Eddie. No.
All
No.
So,
You'll keep giving me tasty trauma points. I'm like,
Okay.
are we ready to jump?
Sorry, Anya.
Emotionally.
Just before we jump back in, I just want to say I hope no one dies, and that if you do, Caius will rage. Okay, now we're good.
All right.